Currently there are 666 pro sumo wrestlers in Japan. Rikishi are always retiring, and every basho usually has old ones going out and new ones coming into the game. This basho, 63 new ones were introduced to the public, which is a healthy number. Even so, the total of Rikishi is slowly going down. It was not so long ago that there were over 800 in the game. One growing tendency is for foreigners to enter the sport. Currently there are 49 foreign Rikishi in pro sumo. 32 from Mongolia, 4 from Russia, 3 from America, 3 Brazilians, 2 Tongans, and 1 each from Argentina, Korea, Georgia, Czech Republic, and Bulgaria. This works out at nearly 1 foreign Rikishi per stable. It seems that this number will be maintained by the Sumo Association. Many Japanese say that sumo should have no foreigners in at all, arguing that sumo is a distinctly Japanese phenomenon. Start of day 1, Chiyotakai leads with 6 straight wins. Behind him, Kotoryu, Hokutoriki, Jumonji, and Asasekiryu. And there we just see a glimpse of Takanohana, who's now working as a TV commentator, or part-time TV commentator, for this basho. So on to the first of our bouts. It's between Hokutoriki of the Hakaku stable. That's also contains Kaiho, and he's fighting Kasuganishiki. So into the slam, straight from the crouch down, and it's Kasuganishiki who bounced off Hokutoriki and then was pulled down, hikiotoshi, to the floor. The pulling techniques, known as hikiwaza, not generally highly regarded in sumo. Belt sumo is generally regarded as the best. Now on to Jumonji against Buyuzan. These two have fought each other 4 times before. Each has won twice. Buyuzan starts off by driving Jumonji across the ring. Jumonji goes for a kotenage there, an arm trap throw. Buyuzan survives that one. They're coming in. It's fierce and fast. It shoves to the upper body, and it's Buyuzan who pulls Jumonji down. Another pulling technique there, tsukiotoshi, thrust drop to the front by Buyuzan. That gives him his 5th win and 2nd loss for Jumonji. Akinoshima, 36 years old, oldest man in this division, fights Asasekiryu at 21 years old. So a considerable age difference between the two of them. Asasekiryu in his first basho, Akinoshima in his 90th basho. That's to say Makuuchi basho. And there you see the young Mongolian dealing with a veteran. But it wasn't so long ago that he wouldn't have stood a chance against Akinoshima, but he's on the brink of demotion to the Juryo division. That's Akinoshima, and he said if that happens, he's going to quit from active sumo. That's to say, competing. Next out, Gojoro against Miyabiyama. Miyabiyama 180 kilos, Gojoro 157. Let's see if the greater weight of Miyabiyama will come to the fore. Yes, it was Miyabiyama there who takes that one with oshidashi. There was a moment where he started to go backwards, but then he recovered from that and then thrust Gojoro out. Quite a lot of this pushing and thrusting sumo you see now, otherwise known as oshi or tsuki sumo. Top Japanese liar prefer the guys to come out, bang into each other with their heads, and then go for the belt and then work off the belt. Well, this is a bit more like it. Certainly they don't like the frontal pull downs. This is more like classical sumo, on the belt and then a yorikiri, a nudge out by Tokitsuumi. That was Tokitsuumi's 5th win. He waits for an envelope, looks like a single envelope there. Kensho Kin it's known as. 50,000 yen's worth. Now Kasugao from Mongolia has only had 1 win so far. Here we are almost at the middle point of the basho. 1 win for him. Aminishiki on the right's got 3 wins, so he's not doing too wonderfully either. Aminishiki with the blue mawashi, the light blue mawashi, very skillful wrestler, and there you see it. Very much lighter than Kasugao, came at him just slightly from the side at an angle, saw the gap, approached him from the side and just pushed him straight out. Oshidashi. Fourth win for Aminishiki. Two wrestlers, both over the 170 kilo mark. Iwakiyama 177 against Takanotsuru 175 kilos. Quite a lot of weight in the sacred circle right now, and it's belt sumo, otherwise known as Yotsu sumo, and there's the overarm grip of Iwakiyama's that wins that one. He throws Takanotsuru with uwatenage. Fourth win for Iwakiyama. He's got an interesting history. He came into pro sumo on the death of a amateur sumo friend. He vowed to himself that he would carry on into pro sumo after the tragic accident. And here he is. Next bout, Kyokushuzan, Mongolian against Kotoryu. Kyokushuzan comes up, two hands to Kotoryu's chest. Kotoryu not putting up with that, chasing him around the ring, driving in hard. Kyokushuzan trying to sidestep him, but now got the belt, got that rear hold at the back there. Kotoryu struggling against it, but it's Kyokushuzan who gets that one. A nice mix of techniques there. They say in sumo, don't think about winning, just think about staying in the ring. And you could see there when Kotoryu went out, he wasn't sure who'd won. He was just doing his best to stay in the ring. Kyokushuzan takes that one, his fourth win. It's the new Yokozuna. And this is the man he'll be fighting later on. Now we have Toki. He's got rather a distinctive basho pattern. He gets a makikoshi one basho, a kachikoshi the next, then back to makikoshi, and that repeats. So that maintains his ranks. Nothing very spectacular though. He's got no tournament prizes to his credit. Just does reasonably well, but there he gets shoved over the side by Tamanoshima. Fifth win for Tamanoshima, fifth loss for Toki. Next bout is Wakanoyama from the Musashigawa stable, and he's fighting Shimotori. Shimotori has been a rival with Takamisakari going way back to amateur sumo days in college. These two have fought each other 3 times, these two here. And it's Shimotori who's won 2 of those, and that makes it 3rd time. So very neatly done there. Wakanoyama came charging out. Slight sidestep and a slap, and down he went. Shimotori's 3rd win. Now you can tell from the excitement in the crowd, it's got to be a favourite, and sure enough, here he is, Takamisakari. It's from the Azumazeki stable. It's the one that's run by Jesse Takamiyama, and also has Akipono, the now retired Yokozuna. Well, these two have fought each other twice, each has won once. Takamisakari comes out, leans slightly to one side, he comes at a difficult angle, almost gets taken with a sukuinage throw from Tochinonada. Tochinonada trying the same thing again. Grip change by Takamisakari, always a dodgy move. Survives the grip change. He's now got 2 arms wrapped around on the inside, and there he spins Tochinonada over with the twist Hineri throw. Well, that was very skillfully done. Now he's got both arms there now. It's Tochinonada who's trying the Kime hold, that's the double arm lock, but he can't quite bring his arms together. And there Takamisakari gets that twist over on one side, little bit of assist under the armpit, little bit of a scooey type action there, scoop action, and that dumps Tochinonada down. 2nd win for Takamisakari, not doing too well this basho, and 4th loss for Tochinonada. You see the Butsukari Keiko. One wrestler stands there right side forward, never left side forward. It's because of possible dangers to the heart. They really slam into each other. Right side forward, and then wrestler from the crouch will whack into them. and try and shove them backwards. That's training method. Butsukari Geiko, it's known as. Now, Tosanowumi against Wakanosato. They fought each other 13 times. Wakanosato has won 8 of those. So now they lock in, more or less on the belt. And it's hustling all the way. It's Tosanowumi who keeps Wakanosato on the run. A little bit of rocking movement from side to side to keep him off balance. And then finally over the edge and down with Yori Tawashi. That's Tosanowumi's 4th win. Now Koromitsuki, ex-amateur champion, against Mongolian Kyokutenho. Well, these two weight-wise are about the same, both around the 150 kilo mark. Koromitsuki's had a series of injuries, broken jaw, had an eye operation recently, also an elbow operation. But there the Mongolian does it well, locks in tight, rocks side to side. We saw that action in the previous bout. And then shoves him straight over the edge with yorikiri. 5th win for Kyokutenho and 5th loss for Koromitsuki. You see the hairstyle the sumo barber there is doing. Well, there's the tension. Dejima, he's coming out, and he'll be fighting Asasekiryu, but not quite yet. Next bout right now is Ozeki Kaio against former Ozeki Takanonami that we see here first. These two have fought each other something like 48 times in their long careers. Takanonami's won 26 of those bouts. A few bashos ago, you would have said that Takanonami was on his way out, but he's climbed all the way back to Maigashira #1. Kaio recently has suffered a load of injuries, so if anything, Takanonami could win this one. Drives Kaio to the edge and straight over, so it's the revived veteran Takanonami who takes that one, pushing Kaio out with yorikiri. That was 3rd loss for Kaio, so he's not doing too well. Last basho he sat out, he was injured. The one before that he had 2 wins, 2 losses, and then sat out the remainder of the basho. Now, this bout would have been between Musoyama and Kaiho, except Musoyama has dropped out because of an injury he suffered yesterday. Here we see it against Tochinonada. Shoulder got dislocated, and it's an old injury. Kaiho comes out to take the call of the referee, the Gyoji. So that makes 3rd win for Kaiho. Now Chio Taikai, the man who's in the lead with 6 straight wins, the one-time bad boy of sumo, was a little bit of a delinquent when he was younger, came into sumo and straightened him out a bit. Here fighting Kotonowaka, whose big toe, he injured his big toe on day 1 against Dejima. Seems to be okay, not affecting him too much. Got 3 wins so far. Well, Chio Taikai will come out like a rocket, we know that one. The question is whether Kotonowaka has got the sufficient strength and weight to stop that charge. There's a lot of space between them. There's the charge, there's the drive, and it's Chio Taikai who takes it. Not much doubt about that one. There's the bang, head goes into the chest, and the feet keep moving forward. And there's not a lot that Kotonowaka can do about that charge. And a final push at the end, the tsukihanasu, they call it, the thrust away move of the hand against the chest, just as he crosses over the bales, the small bales that are buried in the clay sumo ring surface. Now we have Asasekiryu. It's his Japanese name, his original name, Mongolian name is Dagawa Doruji. Long since given that one up since he came in as sumo. Here fighting Dejima, they've fought 7 times in the past. Asasekiryu's won 5 of those, but the Mongolian here, the Yokozuna, is looking tight, he's looking nervous, he's got a lot of weight, a lot of pressure piling on him. He feels he's expected to win, and he's got to win well. This is the big burden that he has on him. He can't win in his old rough, tough style and slapping the opponents all over the place. He's got to do it in fine style, and that puts limitations on him, I think. Well, they come out, they bang now. He goes for the belt. Tries the overarm grip throw, but Dejima has him on the run all the time, and that's second loss for the Yokozuna. Now, it wasn't so long ago before he was made Yokozuna that Asasekiryu would have unleashed a barrage of thrusts and pushes to Dejima's face, but no, he went for the belt this time, and the greater weight of Dejima overwhelmed him. It's interesting, there's a little comment on Japanese attitudes to sumo. When a foreign Yokozuna gets beaten, the massive cushions go up in the air, and when a Japanese Yokozuna gets beaten, there's not half so many. Well, there is the Yokozuna coming back to the room, the preparation room, but stay with us. We'll be back very shortly, just after the break.